pro plate of Alfie Moore. And I think also not too far behind is the number 50 from Rochdale, Seb Moore. These two have been battling for the overall title. And I have to say, back at Rowrah in May when we had the May double header over the bank holiday weekend, Seb missed out by the narrowest of margins. So there's Alfie, based out of Ashford in Kent. His dad Luke is with him at the moment. I know that mum Chloe is back at home. Then you've got Seb Moore, son of Will, who used to do a lot of motocrossing back in the day, as we're seeing some of the drivers make their way on track. What is it all about with regards to C50 Comas? Well, it's the entry-level point for the Bambino Kart Club, set up by Darren Beavers, who I think is mechanic for Bradley this weekend, running in the F100s in the junior category. So it just goes to show that it's that father and son combination. I've got great respect for Darren, great respect for Bradley as a racer, and it all came about with Darren wanting to get Bradley racing. And here we are, 6 years later, and we're going, all around the UK and even to Northern Ireland. So the last 3 rounds of the championship are coming up very soon. We've got the likes of Ethan Bath as well from Wootton Under Edge, Jesse Phillips from Curbridge, Jensen Chalk from Wootton Under Edge as well. Lucas Stonia has also been consistently running in the top 10 throughout the course of the season from Kettering, just outside of Northamptonshire. Then we've got the likes of Jack McLaughlin from Kilcullen, Rory Armstrong from Downpatrick, currently running in the 68, Alex Butler, Jack Moran, Riley Stewart, Brogan McDonald, and Jason Park. We've also got Evan Johnston, and I think also Ronnie Ray Carter from Runcorn. He's our youngest competitor in the Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Championships. So times yesterday, obviously with the extreme weather that also hit Belfast International. I think it was, 83 millimetres of rain in a matter of hours, and I was waiting for my flight quite patiently. There's been a lot of uproar in Stansted. I won't go into that because it's not just affected me within motorsport, it's also affected a couple of other colleagues as well, as there's been quite a bit. So we've got, so it's going to be 10 minutes plus... It's going to be 10 minutes for each of the time trials, apart from the final, which will be 12 minutes in duration. First bench marks coming in. Seb Moore from Rochdale posts a 1 minute 24.480. Alfie Howland a 1 minute 24.826. So already we're going to get those times coming in. So Lucas Stonia up into third. Jesse Phillips up into fourth. There's Ronnie Ray Carter. He was sporting quite a nice sort of red livery earlier on this season. But it's got new front fascia and also side pods on the karts as well. Alex Butler now up into third position. Rory Armstrong up into eighth. So times yet well. Jason Park, nice work there by the number 88, has just gone fourth. 1 minute 27.875. So the C50 Coma Time Trial Division is all about learning your initial racecraft. As Ben Smith goes up into second place on a 1 minute 24.551, 0.071 off of Seb Moore. It's about learning racecraft. It's about entry points in terms of getting youngsters racing, getting them to enjoy it, and also to make sure that they learn about apex speed, turning the car in, making it rotate, and also braking and throttle modulation as well. And that's how, you know, I think, as I made a point of this back at GYG just under a month, 4 weekends ago, that the BKC is the first one to actually allow Bambino drivers to actually race. Now, it was only until this year that the Bambinos, according to the MSA regulated championship, were allowed to race. They were doing time trials up until that point, but Bambinos have been racing earlier than that, and Darren Beavers' work has been, now it looks like, I just caught into shot there. Obviously, I'm having to go by the footage here, as I've just seen the number 51 of Jack Poole come into shot and going into turn number 1. Very interesting what Ben was saying about the type of characteristics that you got here at Nuts Corner, as you're going to see that a lot of the Irish contingent are gunning for these GP plates, and I'm not at all surprised that we had we're having a very different format for this weekend. We normally would have sort of 4 preliminary heats for the Bambino IAMIs, but this weekend it's changed quite significantly in the fact that we will have 2 heats per category. So that's IAMI Bambino, Honda Cadet, and IAMI Cadet. So just about to, just gone under 6 minutes left to go. Top 10 at the moment is Seb Moore leading the way, ahead of Ben Smith, with Alfie Howland, the O-Plate champion for 2018, rounding out the top 3. Then it's Jason Park in the 88 in 4th, ahead of Jesse Phillips in the 26 with Alex Butler, Lucas Stonia, Jensen Chalk, Ethan Bath and Ireland's Jack McLaughlin rounding out the top 10. And as you can see by the live screen, that the top 4 separated by less than a second, and Jason Park has actually gone from 9th to 4th. And Jason based out of Antrim, so that's another one that's going to be keeping us, keeping me on my toes quite specifically. And for those wanting to find out more about the Bambino Kart Club, the website's currently under maintenance at the moment, and it is bambinokartclub.com. As I've just seen Seb Moore come into shot there, the number 50 from Rochdale. And it's been very close. When we went into GYG 4 weeks ago, it was 5 points between himself and Alfie Howland, and Alfie took a clean sweep over at GYG earlier on this year. And that looked to be, I think that might have been Jack McLaughlin getting past Seb Moore, as Ben Smith now tops the times. He's gone 0.089. Oh, and that's Seb Moore's pulling off. Seb Moore is pulling off the track. So just trying to get the engine restarted there, as he now rejoins. So it might have just been that there's an engine cutout. Obviously with the rain causing a bit of havoc, let's say, yesterday, when the amounts of Instagram and Facebook posts that I've seen over the last 24 hours. So yellow flags are out. 3 minutes 40 on the clock left to go. As we got another driver stopped. He just gets back underway, or they're just trying to restart the engine, get the driver going. Try and find out who that was in just a moment. And it seems like that's the third respective driver within 2 minutes that's just had a problem, and that's the number 66 of Jack McLaughlin, who's just had Brogan McDonald just go past him on the start-finish straight. McLaughlin currently 10th. As Seb Moore's just pulled into the pits. And that's with just under 3 minutes remaining. There's Jesse Phillips in the number 26. Based out of Curbridge. Oh, and there's another driver off as well. So track still confirmed as dry at the minute. Less than 2.5 minutes to go. So that's another driver. 4 in a row. So Seb Moore at the moment is currently second. Alfie Howland has time, about 2 minutes or so. So he's currently halfway around the lap as we speak, about 3/10 exactly off of Ben Smith from Ballymena, who's in the number 11. He's currently fastest at the moment, a 1 minute 24.391. So running order as it stands with just 1 minute and 45 on the clock. Ben Smith leads from Seb Moore, who's just put it into the pits. Alfie Howland in third. Jason Park. Jesse Phillips round out the top 5. Alex Butler, Lucas Stonia, Jensen Chalk, Ethan Bath and Jack McLaughlin round out the top 10. And completing the 18 strong, it's Rory Armstrong, Jack Moran, Oliver Meek. The man that I consider as the cool dude in the BKC C50 Coma division. Brogan McDonald, Ronnie Carter, Evan Johnston, Jack Poole and Riley Stewart. So no changes on the board at the minute. 60 seconds left on the clock to go. And next up out, we will have our first of the Iami Bambino heats today. So there's the number 51 of Jack Paul, currently circulating in 17th position. Best lap from the youngster is a 1 minute 32.796. So it looks like he's probably had an engine cut out on the last time around. As Ben Smith goes even quicker, he goes sub 1 minute 24, a 1 minute 23.998, as we've got just seconds remaining as the timer ticks away here at Nuts Corner Raceway. So time's expired, waiting for some of our competitors to complete their last laps. So at the very least, Seb Moore will be in the top 3. So Jack McLaughlin confirmed in 10th behind Ethan Barth in the number 24. Jensen Chalk 8th, Lucas Stoney at 7th. Alfie Howland finishes in 3rd place in this first of 4 time trials. The first 3 will be 10 minutes in duration. Alex Butler in the number 52 confirmed as 6th quickest. So some drivers still circulating at the moment. Oliver Meek finishes in 13th place. Evan Johnston 16th behind Ronnie Carter. Riley Stewart rounds out the 18 strong, best lap. And the number 96 is 1 minute 42.7. But Ben Smith takes the first C50 Coma time trial heat here at Nuts Corner Raceway in Northern Ireland, where we are hosting our GP plate event for round 7 of the 2018 Bambino Kart Club and Interkart Series Championship. So let's run through the finishing order for C50 Coma time trial heat number 1. So Ben Smith in the number 11 takes it on a 1 minute 23.998 ahead of Seb Moore and Alfie Howland, the 2 title protagonists, rounding out the top 3, who were separated by just under 7/10 of a second. Jason Park and Jesse Phillips rounds out the top 5, ahead of Alex Butler, Lucas Stonier, Jensen Chalk, Ethan Barth and Jack McLaughlin, who rounded out the top 10. Top 10 drivers separated by 3.991 seconds at the end of the 10-minute time trial, with Rory Armstrong 11th ahead of Jack Moran, Oliver Meek, Brogan McDonald, Ronnie Carter, Evan Johnston, Jack Paul and Riley Stewart.